Good morning, Unity Church of the Mountains. My goodness, we got a full house today. Hello, but there's a lot of people I don't even recognize. So I am so happy that everybody is here today. Maybe a lot of you people have been Zooming and maybe just haven't been coming as much in person, but it's great to see you here. It's great to see all the Zoomers online. And so we're going to do our opening song called Choose to See. It's to Froggy Winnicordon. I choose to see the love in me. I choose to see the love in me. I choose to see the love in me. It's also called divinity. I choose to honor who I am. I choose to honor who I am. I choose to honor who I am. I'm part of Spirit's master plan. I choose to I choose to shine the light in me. That's the most important thing. I choose to shine the light in me. I choose to shine the light in me. It ripples through infinity. Let's do that last part. I choose to shine the light in me. It ripples through infinity. Great job, everybody.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity Church of the Mountains, where the light always shines.
Amen.
Excellent. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living, touching lives, inspiring transformation, and building community. Let's pray. And for our opening prayer this morning, I want to read just a small section from A Course in Miracles, lesson number 188. And it fits in so perfectly with your song. I cannot believe this, but
That's how it happens, baby.
I have it written by hand right here, so I already wrote it down yesterday. All right, so take a deep breath in, sit quietly, and close your eyes. The light within you is sufficient. It alone has the power to give you the gift of sight. Exclude the outer world and let your thoughts fly to the peace within. They know the way, for honest thoughts, untainted by the dream of worldly things outside yourself, become the holy messengers of God Himself. And so it is.
Yeah.
All right, so let's recite our opening affirmation together. There's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And this is the time when we welcome our guests. Is anybody here for the first time? I thought I saw, yeah, there we go.
Hey, Tricia.
It's nice to have you.
Thank you. She already loves us. That's good
She already
news.
loves us, yes. And is there any other guests here today? All right, well, let's just turn around and wave at the cameras and welcome all the Facebook people. Okay. And we have, and if you are a guest, if there's a little visitor card you could fill out. Jan, you got that? Jan's got that. She's on it. Okay. Multitasking.
While you're there.
Yep. And we have with us on the platform today is Jennifer Farron. And she is a beautiful and lovely musician. I'm sure many of you have heard her before because she comes and joins us often, and we're always so happy to have her. So thank you for being with us.
All right.
And I think we're
going to have another little ditty. It goes like this. I'm doing my thing, ain't nothing to it. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. I'm doing my thing, ain't nothing to it. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. You want to try that again? Because I'm going to have you sing it with me the whole time. Well, I'm doing my thing, ain't nothing to it. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. Well, I'm doing my thing, ain't nothing to it. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. Well, when the morning sun comes up, I rise to greet the day. I allow the universe to let things go my way. I spend every waking moment joyful and in praise. Dialogue with spirit nearer to me as I pray. Doing my thing, ain't nothing to it. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. Well, I'm doing my thing, ain't nothing to it. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. Well, when the storms come rolling in, I stand on solid ground, holding on to all my hope, 'cause miracles abound. And even when I'm feeling lost, I know I will be found. All my angels tend to pick me up when I am down. I'm doing my thing, ain't nothing to it. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. Well, I'm doing my thing, ain't nothing to it. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. Here it goes. Now everything is okay. 'Cause everyone's doing their thing in their own right and special way. All right, sing it out with me. Well, I'm doing my thing, ain't nothing to it. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. Well, I'm doing my thing, ain't nothing to it. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. I'm dancing through it, just doing my thing. I'm dancing through it, oh, I'm just doing my thing. Good job, everybody. Thank you, dancers. I just came from the Positive Music Festival at Unity Village, and anytime anyone opened their mouth to sing, there were at least 100 people popping up and dancing. So way to go. I didn't even ask you to do it. Good job.
Well, it is true. We love to dance here. I love this morning's, I'm your prayer partner for today, and I love this morning's daily word. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I like it.
We are so beautiful because we are filled with that Holy One. We are that Holy One. When I am fully present to life, I find beauty everywhere. Looking up at the shimmering stars, walking through a field of marigolds, sitting by the ocean, I rejoice in the beauty of nature. It's truly a wonderful world. The beauty that delights my senses also lives in me. The presence of God does not just surround me, it's within me also. My divine gifts, along with my talents and unique abilities, make me a beautiful and integral part of the world. When I live into the fullness of my divinity, the expression of my humanity is simply beautiful. I am a radiant, spiritual being. Ooh, I think we should all say that together.
Like that.
I am a radiant, spiritual being. An individuation of the divine. I honor the presence of God within myself and all others. We are beautiful. And the verse is from Psalm 27, verse 4. One thing I ask of the Lord, and that will I seek after, to live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord. Oh, thank you, Lord. So this is our prayer box here, and for anybody who doesn't know, you can put requests for prayers of people, situations, whatever, in that box, and we will pray over it for 30 days, and at the end of 30 days, we mail off those requests to Silent Unity, and they pray over it for 30 days. And it's a very powerful, powerful thing. And so let's pray right now, and if there's anybody or any situation that you want to say out loud or just in your heart, and we're just going to bring that into that beautiful presence that's within us. Oh, Holy One. Holy One, we're in your presence this morning. And we open our hearts to you, and we open our hearts to you with all our concerns. And we just bring all those concerns into the light of your love. And we know that your love is the most powerful force in the universe. And there is nothing that can defeat your love. And we put all our faith and trust and hope in that powerful love. And we thank you that we can bring all our concerns into your presence and into that love. Thank you. Amen.
And so a perfect segue to go into our time of meditation, and if someone wouldn't mind dimming the lights. Oh, she's already on it. She is good. You people are so good here. I love you guys. I was saying when I got here, Mikey even has a pair of reading glasses up here for those of us that show up, and I'm like, golly, you guys are good. So I just got back from Unity Village, and I may be a little bit scattered, but it's a joyful scatteredness right now because I also got to see my daughter for a little bit halfway on the drive there and on the drive back, and so it's always good to get daughter energy and kid energy. But we're going to drop down into a meditation about being one with ourselves and being confident in ourselves and falling deeper into who we are and honoring ourselves. And it's an easy chant. It's called I Am Holy, and we're going to sing it together. Those are the only words. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. And this one goes, I am whole. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. Whole and perfect. Again. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy. am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. One more time. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. I am whole. So let's breathe into that. If we ever doubt who we are, if we are ever unclear about who we are, just say to yourself, if I don't know anything else in this world, I know I am holy. I am an individual expression of light. I am a moonbeam. I am a sunbeam. And I shine brightly. I have the Christ presence within me. And that Christ energy within me provides a whole field of protection and light around me. So anything else that may come towards me, I just see it disintegrating in that field of energy that's already around me. What I may think other people are thinking of me, that just disintegrates in that holy field of protection around us. Wondering and worrying about situations in the world that try to come at me, I just see it disintegrating and dissipating and being washed clean in the holy light of presence around me. For I am holy. And as I allow the love and the balance and the harmony to shine forth from me, that's what I see reflected back to me. I show up with grace. I show up with a simple breath. And any outside energy that is other than that, we just see it falling away. I am whole and perfect as I am. Any discord that tries to come through that holy light of protection, I see any discord shifting into harmony. I see any challenge shifting into solution. I see any worry and fear hitting that field of energy around me and shifting into possibility and knowing. I breathe into that and I remember who I am. I am a child of the Most Divine. I am holy. And again, any inner thoughts that I may have of unworthiness as it tries to project out into the world, I again see my inner stuff hitting that divine force field around me and shifting and aligning with love. Any self-doubt, Any self-loathing, I shift into acceptance and understanding. I breathe into love every breath. I allow things to shift into divine accord with every breath, with every thought, with every action. Nothing on earth can affect who I am. Nothing on earth can affect the truth of who I am. Nothing on earth can hold me. Nothing. Everything is shifted into alignment because I choose to see it so. I surround myself with people who can remind me of this. And if that Christ light within is dimming, I find a book or a passage ready for me to read to realign me. I find a song to reshift and redirect me. I find a partner or a friend to help reshift and realign me. Because I am holy, I am all-knowing. I know to use these tools. And I give thanks to all that is. And I connect to all that is. Because I know I am holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. Now gently open your eyes and look to your neighbor. Look around the room and say, you are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are whole. All the support people in the back, you are holy, holy, holy. All the people on Zoom, you are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are whole. And now put your hand on your heart and put your hands out and say, we are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are whole. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are whole. One more time, we are whole. We are whole. Beautiful. And that is why we come here, to be reminded that we are whole already. We don't need anything else from out there to make us who we already are. When we simply allow ourselves to be, when we simply fall into the knowing of who we are, That's everything. That's living in consciousness. So I'm looking at the song that I'm about to do, and in my notes for the feel I have frisky, upbeat, percussive groove. Frisky. I don't know where I came up with that word, but I likes it. I am frisky, and I am falling into me, and I am happy. And sometimes when we lose all of the worry and lose ourselves in the love and the magnificence and the happiness and the playfulness, when we lose ourselves in that good stuff, that's when we suddenly find ourselves. And so this song is called Lost and Found. When I walk into a room and the music starts to boom, I start grooving. As I'm dancing to the beat, something's coming over me. I ain't fooling. Feeling happy, though I just felt down. Lose myself, then suddenly I'm found. When I'm working hard all day, but I really want to play, then I'm crying. But I still smile at folks I meet when I'm walking down the street. At least I'm trying to feel happy when I just fell down. Lose myself, then suddenly I'm found. Page turn. When I'm feeling kinda low, I relax and just let go, then I'm flowing. And when I hear the sacred sound, as my heart is slowing down, here I go again. Feeling happy when I just felt down. Lose myself, then suddenly I'm found. I lose myself, then suddenly I'm found. Can you sing that line with me? I lose myself, then suddenly I'm found. All right. So great to see everybody today. The fall leaves aren't quite, some of the browner leaves are falling and the yellow are starting to fall, but on the drive up, I didn't quite see the color yet. It hasn't quite gotten cold enough for enough consistent days yet. But it is, believe it or not, oh my goodness, we're about to go into October already. So we're already almost into our second month of fall. And so I think I've done this talk here before, but I'm going to add a couple of new things in that I have been observing over the past couple of weeks and months. We're talking about falling into ourselves, falling into you, me falling into me, and you falling into you. Was it just what you needed to hear already?
I've been like really into this concept lately.
Yay. Oh, that's awesome. It's all alignment, just falling. And we take nature's cues, don't we, all the time? I'm going to have a couple of examples of that in the talk today. So, how content are we in ourselves right now? How strong is our connection to spirit and to the all that is? And how can we learn to dive deeper into that power and strength that resides within us? Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10 says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And the right hand is generally understood to be a place of refuge and salvation and protection. And one of the main things that most humans, one of the main feelings that most humans have in common is fear. Fear doesn't discriminate. It takes hold inside of people of every ethnicity, every spiritual tradition, every economic level, every gender, every way that we show up. And there's fear of overwhelm, fear of losing ourselves, fear of being all alone, the economic fear, fear of failing health. I just talked to a great friend last night that I had not connected with in years. I kept trying to, and we are on other sides of the political fence, and my fear was that she didn't want to be my friend anymore because every time I tried to reach out to her, she wouldn't respond. And I finally, after 3 years of being disconnected from her, I looked on my contact info in my cell phone, and it had been going to her old disconnected phone number. So she didn't know that I had been trying to reach out to her. And it just automatically, even though it was like the third number listed for her, it was going to that number except for what I knew was her cell number. And I had just never thought to check that. And I just assumed that and it's like, you know what happens when you assume. And so I called her and left a message and on what I hoped was the correct number now. And sure enough, she called me back and we must have talked for an hour and a half. And she was telling me about some things in her life, and she's like, "Well, Jen, I'm sure we probably fall on the different side of the fence about that issue." And I'm like, "Susan, that doesn't matter. If it's a concern for you and it's weighing heavy on your heart, I'm your friend. And I'm here to help you through that and to just honor where you are in your journey of what that particular situation is. And we can have different views on things, and I can still hold you in love and be grateful that we are still connected, and you can still reach out to me and talk to me about things, and I can listen." Sometimes I think we get so caught up in fixing people or trying to sell people on how they should be. And, how dare we do that? Because, we need to be focusing on who we are and not who we think other people should be, right? So, and I'm about to tell you in a little bit about the nonviolent communication process that I went through with Lisa Firestone at the Positive Music Festival. But right now I want to sing you a song, a real creepy song about fear. Oh, yeah, you two are going to really dig this. Just making sure the track isn't too loud. Starts out little, but then it grows. Where it comes from, no one knows. It will creep into your heart, ripping all your faith apart. I'm talking about fear makes a grown man cry. Fear wipes the vision from our eyes. Fear, don't let it take control, 'cause it will take its toll. It will sound like perfect sense, thriving on your ignorance. Once it creeps into your soul, it wraps around and takes full hold. I'm talking about fear makes a grown man cry. Fear will wipe the vision from our eyes. Fear, don't let it take control, 'cause it will take full hold. Don't give it room or it will consume every bit of truth you know. Don't give it time to cross that line. You got to just let it go. Nothing keeps us further from ourselves than falling into fear. And again, like we said in the meditation, just have that bubble of protection and light around you. And if you're trying to project fear, or if fear is coming at you, you just see it disintegrating and shifting into love. I'm talking about fear makes a grown man cry. Fear wipes the vision from your eyes. Fear, don't let it take control, 'cause it will take full hold. I'm talking about fear makes a grown man cry. Fear will wipe the vision from our eyes. Fear, don't let it take control, 'cause it will take its toll. So falling into the truth of who we know we are, rather than falling into the lie of fear. That's a big, big lesson to learn. We all have moments when we feel like we are losing our sense of self, which comes from giving away our power. Sometimes we absorb the trials and tribulations of others or of the outside world, and we become overly and unconsciously empathetic. And that's taking our power and keeping us from ourselves. Sometimes we take on more than we can handle. And that takes our power away from us and knocks us off our game of the truth of who we are. And sometimes we feel unworthy or less than. And that totally knocks us off of our game. And speaking to that first one, feeling like we are losing our sense of self, which comes from giving away our power. I'm on Facebook a lot, so if you follow me, you're already going to hear some of this stuff. But I was driving to one of my old folks' gigs that I do over in Decatur, and I live in Kennesaw. I live up 575, not this far up, but I live in Kennesaw near Town Center Mall. And I saw a beautiful flock of geese about a month ago, and they were going across the highway in the perfect V, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I love it when I see memes of, what is it called when you see the flocks of birds that are a murmuration? I love it when I see those, and I love it when I see geese and the sandhill cranes that are they go directly over my house every year, and I can't wait to hear them. I hope I haven't missed them already. But again, we take our cues from nature, and so I saw that flock of geese, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And then a couple of days later, I saw another flock of geese on another side of town. And it got me thinking, as I'm sure you guys probably do this too sometimes, what is the Native American symbology of geese? What is the spiritual meaning of geese? And ding, 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 as soon as I read it, I'm like, yep. And it's about having someone else be in the lead and falling back and letting someone else take the lead and sometimes losing our sense of self and following somebody else or somebody else's purpose or somebody else's situation that they're in and taking the back seat and not being fully present in who we are. And I'm like, dang, that's exactly what I have kind of been feeling. I wonder if maybe some of you have been feeling like that recently too. Sometimes we follow other people's ideas and dreams. For me personally, I've been working with my husband a lot, and it's great. We get along great, so there's no friction between us in our relationship. But I have not really been honoring and respecting and structuring my day around who I am, like getting up and having a meditative practice before we leave, or getting up a little bit earlier and maybe, doing some little powerhouse songwriting. Just, I learned at Unity Village today, I was in one of the workshops with Karen Drucker. If many of you may know who Karen Drucker is, phenomenal New Thought vocalist and singer. She's the queen of chants. We call her the Divine Miss Red because she has fluffy, curly red hair. And one of her dear friends is Gary Lynn Floyd, who's another masterful musician. And they had this really great chant, and I was wondering if you'd feel interested. Well, it's a rhetorical question because we're going to do it. And Gary, they were bouncing things off of each other, and they were saying, have structure in your day, and if you're intentional, even if you're not intentional on writing music, whatever it is that you feel like you need to do at the beginning of the day, before you start all the other stuff that needs to be done, even if it's only 15 or 30 minutes, writing your outline of how your day is going to go, so that you know that you are honoring yourself. Make sure you take at least a few minutes to pray and set your intention for your day. And that will help you stay on track and not have to and be purposeful. Even if you are following somebody else, you can still have your purpose and your energy to help support them. But Gary's chant was, nothing on earth can hold me. And so not somebody else's dreams, not somebody else's, not the newscast, not the current world situation, not the economic situation that may be happening either individually or as a group or as a family unit. Nothing on earth can hold me. Nothing on earth can keep us from being ourselves, except ourselves. Tricky, tricky universe. It's very tricky. It's super easy. It goes like this. Nothing on earth can hold me. Can you do it? Nothing on earth can hold me. Again, nothing on earth can hold me. One more time. Nothing on earth can hold me. Here's the second part. Let me sing it. Nothing can hold me. 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 This one goes down. Nothing can hold me. Sing into that. Nothing can hold me. Nothing can hold me. Nothing can hold me. Now the first one. Nothing on earth can hold me. Nothing on earth can hold me. Nothing 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 can hold us back. Nothing can stop the possibility and the potential and the unlimited options and choices that we have with our free will. Sometimes we kind of blame free will and ego for a lot of things. But what if we can connect in and start training our free will and our ego to follow the lead, to be the one in the front of the goose V? You know what I'm saying? What if we could transition that? So we're going to broach 3 specific topics today. Figuring out how to balance positive and negative energy, spending time in places and spaces that bring us peace and connection, and realizing that we always have we always have control over our thoughts and our choices. So speaking of that, I was in a nonviolent communication class with my dear friend Lisa Firestone, who I picked up in Nashville, and she drove out to the village with me. So we were talking about this, and it was really cool because we went into the room and the chairs were in a circle, and there were 2 decks of cards. One of them were feelings, what we were feeling, and then there were cards on the circle that were what we needed to shift that feeling. And so she dealt them out kind of like gin rummy, kind of like you're playing a game of cards, and however many people were there, like we each got 4 or 5 cards. And someone shared something that had triggered them recently. And then we had to hold up cards for them to walk around the circle and see, oh, yeah, I was feeling that. I was feeling that. Oh, yeah, I was feeling that. And then they sat back down, and then we got up, and from the list of what they needed, we put the cards in front of them of what we felt they needed. And it was so impactful. And, you know, sometimes it's powerful just to get crystal clear. And the caveat was, whatever the situation that triggered us, see it through the lens of a video camera looking at it. And as you're thinking of that triggering thing, rather than putting all of the story and all of the drama and all of the stuff into it, see it how it would look on a video camera. So, for example, if I came into the house and saw a surprise birthday party waiting for me after I had just gone and had to take a dear pet to the vet to be put down, and, you know, being in that grief and in that sorrow, and then coming home and getting a shock and a jolt of joyful energy, you know, how did that make you feel? And so I invite you to just take a few moments and think of a situation that may have triggered you in the last couple of days, whether it was somebody between you and somebody else, or just a random situation that happened that triggered you. And just take a minute to look at it through the lens of a video camera. And so that part of it is, you know, you had your pet and you went to the vet. That's what the video camera saw. And then it saw you getting into your car and going home. That's what the video camera saw. That was the situation as it actually occurred from the lens of a camera. Take all the drama, take all of the heat out of it. But first, think about how that situation made you feel, and maybe come up with 2 or 3 words of how you felt about that. Honor those feelings for a second. And just one word, not a dialogue. Just one word of how that situation made you feel. 1 or 2 words of how you felt. And breathe into that a little bit. And now that you have a little bit of an idea of how you felt, now take a few more breaths to figure out what you needed in that situation. Whether it was truth, whether it was understanding, whether it was grace, whether it was order. Just take a few moments to think about what you needed to be able to help clear that situation, and what would have helped neutralize that situation. And it's kind of challenging to do it in a non-workshop situation, but kind of think about it. And again, when you're thinking about what you needed, just words, not a whole dialogue, not a paragraph, not a novel, just a couple of words of what you needed in that situation. And the point of this exercise now, come back and come back into the room. The point of this situation is part of falling into ourselves is gaining a clearer understanding of ourselves and of the outside things that may, or inside things that may trigger us. And simply write it down, because simply, and write it out, reticular activation system is the name of it. When you write things out, or when you have a visual on words, sometimes it's as simple as just seeing them to get that confirmation and that clarity, and it's like, oh, it's that simple. Those are the 2 or 3 feelings that I felt, and these are the 2 or 3 words that I needed. And it doesn't mean that situation is resolved, but at least you're getting clear so that when something happens again, you'll know to go to this exercise. Okay, how did it make me feel? Write the words down. Yep. What did I need? Think about it. Write the words down. And I'll get you guys the information for the deck. I don't have it on me. I should have brought it with me, but I was in a rush because I was fixing my shirt this morning and I didn't get here on time. But, think about that next time you're in a triggering situation, because this is what we call spiritual tools that help us get clearer on who we are, so that the outer world and the inner monkey chatter doesn't gain control over us, and we can show up as a more clear and a more bright light. Part of falling into ourselves is honoring all of the feelings and leaning into the ones that most align with God's love as much as possible in an effort to stay grounded and possible. And so again, with the nonviolent communication exercise, it's getting clear on the things that triggered you, and then have those words that will help balance you back in and get you back into a resolution and a clarity. New Thought philosopher and writer Emily Cady describes a similar concept with denial. We can be aware that situations are unfolding and happening, and that certain feelings are happening, and yet we can deny that they have any power over us. Take a few minutes to swim in the feelings if you need to. You don't want to deny that the thing is happening and affecting you, but then get clear on what you need and then seek that. And just allow yourself to feel that. We can acknowledge the pull and tug that life brings, and yet hold on to the truth of who we are as individual expressions of God. As I was driving in this morning, there was a lot of fog on the road. And I've been in situations before where the fog was so thick that I couldn't see a foot in front of me. But this morning on the drive-in, it was I'm like, oh, this will be a great metaphor to share with everyone at church. Sometimes we don't know what the future is going to hold. And sometimes things ahead look foggy and unclear. But I could see just enough in front of me to where I could stay on my path and be safe. And I could still keep moving forward. And so I just invite you, if there is something in your life that is feeling unclear and that may be foggy, you're concerned about the outcome of what may be happening, you keep your eyes focused straight ahead on you in your realm. And you stay on your path and you walk strong and you keep moving. I was in one of Faith Rivera's workshops. She's another phenomenal musician out there. And she had us do an angel wash, which is really, really cool. And maybe sometime if I come back and do a workshop with you, we can do one of those. But it's kind of like the stroll line when you're at a party and everybody's dancing and you form 2 lines and you face each other. And the people, one person from the end tucks in and people just kind of lightly touch you and just whisper, you have the most beautiful eyes. You are a divine child of God. You are the light. And it is so effective. And, but there were people that were kind of holding people hostage and keeping the line from going. And it was kind of interesting because, there were some people that were in the angel wash line that were kind of the fog that was keeping the people from moving forward and getting their good from everybody. you know? And so try to become aware of when you may be that fog, and you may be that one that is making things a little unclear for others. And gain some perspective on that, and stop yourself and say, oh, maybe I'm the thing that's holding someone else off their track, and get clear on that. I've personally come to realize that honoring my individuality is like teaching toddlers, which I did for 8 years with my kinder dance. And it's a simple act of redirecting. When I was teaching the toddlers, if they were going off track or had some behavioral things going on or just exerting energy because they were so happy and joyful, it was a simple act of redirecting the energy and the focus from what is bringing us down or keeping us off our path to focusing and redirecting our thoughts on core truths. One of which is that the universe is always conspiring for our highest good, even if that's really hard to see. And it's about becoming aware of what is separating us from our inner divine presence and leaning into our spiritual strengths, our capabilities, and our acknowledgement that we are never all alone. Spirit is always present, and if we choose to allow it to, it will gladly match whatever we are focusing on and open new paths for us. I'm going to share one story really quickly about my mom, who I caretook for 5 years, and then we put her into a nursing home for the last 5 months. She really needed some more round-the-clock help, and I was always worried about that. And sometimes when I was caretaking her, I would lose my cool, and I'd get upset. And then I'd look at her, and I'm like, Mom, I am not upset with you. I'm just upset with the circumstance. And now that she's passed, I know I did a good job, and I know I did the best I could. But I was driving around the other day, and I was doing all the errands where Mom would have usually accompanied me. And I'm like, hey, Mom, if you were still here, I would have already schlepped you in and out of Sam's Club. And then I would have schlepped you in and out of Kroger. And then we would have paraded on over to Walmart, and I would have schlepped you in and out of Walmart. We would have had such a good time today, but I know you're here. But now I don't have to push you around in the wheelchair, which is really nice. And I was kind of giggling and laughing and having my dialogue with Mom, as I sometimes do. And I'm not one of those people that can hear people answer me necessarily, but I know she's there. And then I said, hey, Mom, I really hope you feel like I did my very best. And I really hope you felt loved and acknowledged. And I hope you know that I love you. And I really hope you felt like I did my best. And I just kept saying that in my head over and over again, dwelling on that. I get back home, and one of my neighbors was staying in Mom's apartment. She had just had hip replacement surgery, and her daughter Elise was there. And I haven't seen Elise very much in the past 20 years because as she went to high school and became a mom, and I just haven't seen her very much. I had no idea that Elise was a medium. And she bounced. I went down to the apartment downstairs where Tina and a couple of the neighbors were, and Elise was. I said, hey, everybody, I just got back from doing errands. I'll be back and hang out in a minute. And Elise jumped up off of this chair, and she followed me upstairs, and she's like, hey, Jen, your mom has really been, I don't want to upset you, or I don't want you to feel taken aback, but your mom has been compelling me to say stuff to you recently, and I've just been hesitant because I didn't want to freak you out or upset you. I'm like, girl, I go to New Thought churches. We, all of us, we're pretty open to that kind of stuff. And I have a lot of psychic friends. So yeah, what's going on? She said, well, I guess it's because my mom is here and she's staying in your mom's place. And she said, but your mom has been coming to me a lot. And when you walked in just then, your mother, my body, and she did, she bolted up off the chair. She's like, your mother bolted me off of my chair and made me chase you upstairs. And she wants you to know she doesn't ever want you to doubt the job that you did taking care of her. And she wants you to know that she knows you did your very, very best. And I think sometimes, and she's always with you, and she's always right there. And she said, and the way she connects with you the best is when you're just playing the piano for fun. Not when you have to learn stuff or when you're on a time crunch to learn stuff for church or whatever, but just when you're just jamming and improvising and just being free. That's when she feels absolutely connected to you. But she said, I hope that didn't upset you. I'm like, Elise, that was just like a 1,000-pound burden that has just been lifted off of my shoulders. And all that to say that, something else that can keep us from falling into ourselves and being strong in ourselves is worry about, people on the other side that have passed, and maybe resolution that did not happen, or things that you wanted to say, or things that you hoped they felt that you just didn't know. And I just want you to know from personal experience, it's real. This stuff is real. And your loved ones, and there are angels around you that are with you every day that you may not even realize. And even if you're like me and you can't necessarily hear them, fall into them. And, just dialogue with them and talk to them, because they are listening. And it's just the other side of the veil. They are still right here guiding you and directing you every day. And so I invite you to release the grief and the sorrow and the non-resolution and just fall into the playfulness and the joy of knowing, for really real, you guys, they are right there with you all the time. I didn't mean to make you all start crying. It was supposed to be a happy talk. All right. But fall is the perfect time of year to get out in nature and to breathe in fresh air. And it begins the last quarter of the year, which gives us enough time to start cultivating healthy habits so they're already in place for you to start the new year with. So by the time you get to your resolutions, you're already doing your resolutions. Don't wait until the new year to make the resolutions and start following them. Start it a little bit ahead of time now, leading up to the holidays, because we'll be around family members that may trigger us, or we'll be around situations that may try to keep us from our higher and best selves. I invite all of you to be mindful of the choices that we are all making. Create healthy habits for ourselves to lean into. Lean into our spirit within. Lean into your angels that are around you, who are always super excited to match our vibration. Because here's the thing, when we can consciously shift our vibration into a higher level, like a whole choir of other energy will come and even echo that out even further into the world. And it's very much needed right now. And I love all you guys, and I want you, it sounds kind of trite to just say, be conscious. But the more we lean into that right now, and the more we lean into love, the what would Jesus do kind of consciousness. How would Jesus approach this subject? Jesus, would bless everyone and everything and be accepting of all people and of all things. And yet, if action needed to be taken, he would take clear action. And he would call people out, just like he called out the money changers in the temple. Sometimes there is healthy action that you can take that will help you feel like you're making a difference. Here are a few closing quotes to close out the time together. Joel Osteen says, at this very moment, God is working behind the scenes in your life, arranging things in your favor. So stay in faith. Like what I just said about Mom being right there. I went out to the Posse Fest, and man, I had been so nervous. And even the pro people, I was stage managing all the formal concerts at night. And even the pro members would get a little snippy and snarky. And when I talked to them afterwards, they'd say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was just nervous. I still freak out getting in front of everybody because it's all of our peers from all over the United States. And we're all performing for each other, and we all get nervous and insecure. But stay in faith. God is working, and your angels are working in your favor to arrange things in your life. Martin Luther says, faith is a living, daring confidence in God's grace. I like that one. So sure and certain that the believer would stake their life on it 1,000 times. Joshua chapter 1, verse 9 says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. So may God give us all the grace to learn how to balance our outer world and our inner sense of self. And if nothing else today, just remember that Christ within force field that is around you. Any negativity that you may be trying to project, just see it dissipated by that force field and shifting into the opposite of that. Shifting into confidence. Shifting into living in our self-worth. Shifting into the confirmation of who we really are. If things are coming at us, before we absorb whatever the lie is that's coming at us, see it shifted in your field of protection into they're communicating the best way they know how. Whoever, whatever's going on out there, that doesn't shake who I am because I know who I am. May we all go forward and do great things. I love you all very much, and thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for that. That was wonderful. All right, so now is the time in our service when we gratefully receive our tithes and offerings. If the ushers will come forward. I think I better get this over here. You're right. Just
And as Barbara Wawa would say, the tears come again. Shift those tears
Come on
into
up.
joy and into good energy.
okay. And could we get our affirmation up there? Oh, it's up there.
The back screen isn't working today, so we'll just use this screen.
Yeah. Okay. So let's repeat together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Okay. You get our, go.
All right, I'm gonna do my other solo real quick while you guys are doing your offertory.
Okay, great.
Just stay where you are, Jane. You're doing great. I love myself for who I am and who I shall become. The happy ever after, but occasionally numb. The drama and the playfulness, the energy that flows. The heart that keeps on keeping on and always is aglow. Well, there are things I do not ask for that try to shake me from this truth. But I deny their power over me. Oh, I just laugh and I start anew, 'cause I love myself for who I am and who I shall become. The happy ever after, but occasionally numb. The drama and the playfulness, the energy that flows. The heart that keeps on keeping on and always is aglow. Sometimes my thoughts, they try to taunt me and make me second guess my worth. But I deny their power over me. Oh, I just smile because love heals hurt. And I love myself for who I am and who I shall become. The happy ever after, though occasionally numb. The drama and the playfulness, the energy that grows. Well, the heart that keeps on keeping on and always is aglow. It's up to me to recognize myself, 'cause when I live my truth, oh, there's nothing I can't do. All right, I want you to put your hands in the air and snap. And then I want to give yourself a big old bear hug. Oh, I love myself for who I am and who I shall become. The happy ever after, just occasionally numb. The drama and the playfulness, the energy that flows, oh, the heart that keeps on keeping on and always is aglow. The heart that keeps on keeping on and always is aglow. I love myself for who I am in my heart and soul. And now the ushers can come forward.
Come on up. Okay. Lord, we ask you to bless these gifts. We are so grateful. We ask you to bless the givers. We ask you to bless everyone who contributes with their time and their talent and their energy to create the joyful community that we have here. Amen. All right. Yes, your energy, I heard that. So we have some updates next, and they are this. Wednesdays at 5 p.m. we have meditation. Course in Miracles class is Thursdays at 10 o'clock, both of those here at the church. The hiking and adventure group is going to hike on October 11th at 10 o'clock in the morning. We're going to do Dukes Creek. It's off Richard Russell. It's a nice hike, not too difficult. Everyone's welcome to join us, whether you normally come or don't. Positive Pathways needs paper products this time of year, especially toilet paper and paper towels. And starting in October, this is new, Ellen, our prayer partner for today, will be offering her Jinshin Jitsu class that formerly was held at Positive Pathways. Somebody's excited about that. Here at the church. So that'll be fun. That'll be from 1 to 2:30 on Fridays. Is that right?
Is that kind of like a prayer and movement kind of thing?
Jinshin Jitsu is a type of energy healing, and I teach a form of self-help.
Oh, perfect.
Anybody can use energy.
A type of energy healing for those of you online that didn't hear that. It's a type of energy and self-help that she's going to teach you how to use.
Yeah. So then on October 5th, we'll have a Unity 101 class for specifically for new members that would like to become part of our community, but also for anybody. It's a great conversation. It's kind of class-ish, but it's a really great conversation to have with each other. On October 23rd, we will have a bonfire back here. Ooh, awesome. If you've never been to one of our bonfires, they're awesome. They always are. And on October 26th, we will have the Dances of Universal Peace here, dancing and singing the names of God. So you can sign up for our newsletter at unitychurchofthemountains.org or visit our YouTube channel. On Facebook, please like, comment, and share. On YouTube, please subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Spread the word,
All
people.
the things, if you don't mind. All right, so let's recite our healing prayer together. May my mind know that it cannot be limited. May my heart know that it cannot be separate. May I know only wholeness of being and claim nothing less than the fullness of life. Let's pray. The peace of God is shining through us now. Let all things shine upon us in that peace, and let us bless them with the light that is in us. And so it is.
All right. All right, I'll tell you what, instead of go forward and do great things, since we're running a little bit long today, why don't we just go ahead and go straight to peace song, okay? Can we stand and sing our peace song together? Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God. prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Go forward and have a great day.